only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of a library. Those 15 words of him shows the credibility of the library, how beautiful a place it is, and the treasure entrenched inside it. Library is a place devoted to books and other resources. The four main types are public, national, academic, and special library. We all are very familiar with the public one because there is one or even more in the place we live. Their role is very crucial because they have the capability to provide all sorts of information in this modern materialistic world. Library is a medicine where a person's ignorance can be cured. Everything in this world has stories to tell. So do libraries. Today, I would like to outline the value of libraries through their history, significance, important libraries, Valley City Public Library, and the modern thought about libraries and their death. There is a long history behind it. The world's first known and oldest one is the Library of Ashurbanipal, which was built in 7th century BC for the Assyrian ruler king. He was a person who loved books, and in history it is clearly noted that this library was built for his royal contemplation. It comprised of the very famous Epic of Gilgamesh, which depicts the three important themes of life: gods, love, death, the foundation of our world. It was located in Nineveh, which is modern-day Iraq. In one of the articles, Mustafa El-Abadi, Emeritus Professor of Classical Studies at the University of Alexandria, talks about the Library of Alexandria in a very interesting way, from its origin to its tragic burning. We lost decades of knowledge through the disastrous burning of the library. In the hearts of historians, the tragic burning of such an extraordinary place is a dying ember, yet a blazing flame. Libraries are a pillar of any society. Fortunately, we are blessed with a huge pillar, Valley City Public Library in Barnes County. The beautiful building right there, I can see a glimpse of it. I don't think you can see it. Valley City Public Library is a Carnegie library, so most of you would have been to there. I have not under certain circumstances, and I would really like to. And I know it's a bit ironic to talk about a place like this when it is just right in front of you. So talking about Carnegie libraries, Andrew Carnegie was an American-Scottish businessman who donated money to build libraries which later came to be known as Carnegie libraries. So the first one was the Carnegie Free Library of Braddock, which is in Pennsylvania. There are over 2,000 around the world. This library was built in 1903 by Fargo architect William C. Albert. The architect built 3 libraries, and according to the reports of Barnes County Museum, this is the only library that remains unaltered and is still functioning in North Dakota after so many years. It is definitely an achievement, and as a person living here, I feel extremely proud about the phenomenal achievement. When talking about libraries, I cannot miss Vatican Library because it's a library that holds the history and mystery of centuries. Located in Vatican City, it was established by Pope Sixtus IV. According to Library of Congress, some of the works of all times are still in its authentic manner there, which is really very interesting. Some of them are Virgil's Aeneid, which is the story of Aeneas, Gospel of Luke and John, which is one of the most important and famous biblical manuscript, Codex Vaticanus, which is one of the most ancient copy of New Testament. It's also known that some documents are hidden in Vatican's secret archives. The library holds 1.1 million printed books. Well, the largest library in this world, the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., holds 170 million books. Seriously, when I read that number for the first time, I was like, excuse me, are you playing with numbers? Because imagine in a single library, 170 million books. Library is like a sea. You have seen it, but you have never seen it. The ones I talked about is just the surface of it. You know, the only place in this world where you can just go and you're not expected anything back is a library. In this world, that's something rare and something that should be talked about. The impact of technology on libraries is large, both positively and negatively. New modern libraries have access to all sorts of new technology like electronic books, e-journals, online newspapers, databases, and many more. But at the same time, it is a clear fact that technology has affected the authenticity of libraries. Some people say libraries are dying. Books are no more in this modern world. It's hard to hear. When I hear about the end of books and death of libraries, I am surprised. Maybe not, I am sad. Because from the first instance of written language in Sumerian in 3200 BC to this present world, Books and language is a part of us, so the libraries are. And when talking about the death of libraries, we humans have to realize the fact that we are dying with it. Because literally everything in this world started with words. The changes, strides, revolutions, revolutionaries, leaders, government, democracy, patriotism, communism, socialism, humanity, history. Our history. We came to know about our roots, our ancestors, early life, and our people because we read about them. We learned about them. We loved them. We have never seen them, but we have known them. We have known them through the words of great writers and poets. I remember being proud about the great leaders because of the changes they brought in this world. I would have never ever known them if there wasn't something credible written document about them, if there was no libraries to secure them. Famous books like Das Kapital by Karl Marx, Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paulo Freire, Alchemist by Paulo Coelho are 3 different books of 3 different people from 3 different countries of 3 different genres. But the only thing they share in common is the sources writers depended upon while writing these books, which is the old books, which can only be found in libraries. Sometimes all you have to do is look at your past and admire it.